Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Salesforce real-time scenarios. In the previous video, we discussed about to the how we are going to create the screen flow. In the screen flow, how we are filtered by the account records. So we have chosen to the choice lookup field, right? From the choice lookup field, we have the filter the account records. So we have get it by the only active records. User can able to select it. And after that, we discussed to the how we are going to display our screen flow into the Lightning web component page. So how we are going to call it the flows into the LWC component we discussed in the previous video. Now in this video, we are going to discuss about to the how we are going to get the opportunities, those opportunities, how we are going to display into the LWC component. Let's discuss to the step by step. So come to the here. As for the understanding purpose, earlier we have taken by the assignment, so no need for this. Directly we can get it by the opportunity records. So here I am deleting this. So let's get it by the records, right? So how we are going to get the records? So here get records. So here get opportunities. So here opportunity. So we have to get it by the selected account opportunity records only. If you are not given by the condition here, it is retrieve the all the opportunities from the database. So here we have to specific selected account records, right? So in the in the opportunity object, we have to select by the account lookup field, and here we have the select by the opportunity which account, right? We have selected choice lookup now. So this is the our choice lookup. So here this is the selected account. Okay, so from the choice lookup. So here value. So here we have to get it by the our values. Okay. So now come to the here we have to sort by the details. So here sort by the values. So here name, and here all the records, not for the first record, right? All the records we have to get it. So now here we have to save up to here. So now we have to display these opportunities into the LWC component with the data table. So that's why here we are coming to the LWC component. I'm taking the separate component for this. So here Lightning Web component, yeah, account with opportunities is to display. This is the I'm taking to the here. So now in this we have to define by the one property. So that is the records. What we have the get it now here opportunity records. So this opportunity records we need to pass it to the LWC. So LWC hold it, right? So that's why here we have to take it by the one property name, that is the OPP records. So when you want to pass it to the values from the flows to this property, we can must and should give it to the @API. Make it as a public. Make it as a public, must and should give it to the API. So let's save this API here. So then after here, we have to display by the data to the data table, right? So that's why here we have defined by the columns. Columns equals to label. So in this label, we have to display by the name, opportunity name. So comma field API name, we have to give it. So that is the field name. API name, you have to give it by here, must and should give it by the API name only. You here your wish, you can take it by the anything is fine. Label is the our wish, we can, but here we can take it by the field API, which field you want. So we have to get it now earlier. So like name, active, like this, we have to give it by the exactly field API name. Opportunity name is the name only, the API name. And let's come to the label. So we have to display by the stage name, comma, field name. API name is the stage name. already aware of, right? I hope everyone how we are going to get it this information. So let's go to the or if you confuse means we can go to the here opportunities. So standard object, go to the edit object. So here name we have the name APNM stage APNM, whatever we want, we can take it by the that one. Fields and relationships. So name, this is the name. Stage name. So this is the stage APNM. See here, we have given it by the stage, but APNM is the stage. Here we can give it by the stage name. I'm giving to the here stage name. If you want to rename also, this is the stage. Or stage name also fine. We can give it by the label name is our Vishnu. We can give it to the anything. So next is the here label close date. We have to give it by the close date. Here API name we have to give it to the here close date. So any other fields we want to require, we can give it by the any other fields. Why? Because means this flow will be the return to the all the fields information. This flow return to the all the opportunity records fields information. Which fields information we want to display, that fields we have to display to the in the columns. Okay. So now let's come to the in the UI, that is the HTML. So here we have to display it by the data. So here we have the template. If we have the opportunity records data only, then only we have to display. This is empty, no need to display, right? So here records. So here we have to take in by the data table. We have to display the data with to the data table now. So here lightning data table. So in this we have the main field is the key field equals to. So we have to give it by the ID. And next to data is the, we store our data into the OPP records. And next is the columns equals to, we have to define the columns property in the JS. We have to define now this is the column property, this is. And we have to the hide for the checkbox column. We don't need to require. We have to give it by the this one. So this is the we have the display to the our values. So next to come to the very important point. So how to get it by the this property variable into the flows, or we have to pass it by the our opportunity cost to the this particular property. So how we are going to that is we have to make it some configuration to the in the metadata. Here is the important part. So here targets, we have to take it by the targets this, and this targets we have to give it by the here. Usually we have to give it by the target. We have to display by the in the screen flow, not this one. So we have to the target. We need to access the this LWC component to the flows. That's why here you have to give it by the target. Usually we are giving to the app page, but here we have to give it by the screen flow here. When you are giving the screen flow here, then able to we can access the LWC component into the flows. Otherwise, we can't able to access the flows into the LWC component. In the earlier scenario, flow we are called to the in the LWC. Flows we are displayed into the in the LWC, but now LWC component we are displaying into the in the flows, in the into the flows. Okay, let's save this up to. So now here we have to take it. Now we have to pass it to the data to this one. No? So we have to pass it to this variable. So that's why here configure target configure. So in this usually we have taken by the property. Which property values you want to store it? You have to take it by the property name. So what you are giving the here, same name we have to give it. Exactly name we have to give it this name only. So here I am giving the same name. But this is the list type. Usually we have the primitive data types or single values directly we have defined. So directly doesn't supported by the configuration part to the list of the records. So that's why here we have to take it by the separate one property type. So that is the we have to take it by the list type. So here we have to take it by the in the property. Sorry. Property type. So we are extending to the S objects, either standard or custom objects. So S object. So name our wish, we can take it by the name our wish. Usually Salesforce recommended to the they are given to the example T, but we can take it by the anything. So OPP Rex here we have taken the OPP records. We can take it by any naming here and label. So OPP rec nothing but sorry here we have to take it by the OPP object. We are selecting the object now. So let's take by the object name. Actually here we are selecting the OPP object. Okay. So also we need to give it by the capital. So here we have to give it with the label name. This label name will appear into the in the flows. I will show you. So what you want to give it to that label will appear. So we have to give it to the select object name. Which object data they want to select. So select object name. So we are giving to this one. So save. So what is showing? This is error message. Property. Okay. So actually we have taken by the configs, right? We have the separate one more is the target config. This is we have to give it. Targets and target we are giving the same like here we have to give it in the this we have to give it by the it is extended to the lightning flows now, so we have to give it by the lightning screen flow. So let's save this. So here in this we have to take it by the name and type is the usually we are giving to the string or integer, right? But here we have to the S object type. So syntax is the here you have to take it with what you are taken to the here, what you are taken to the here. Instead of the Salesforce given to the T, you can give it by the T also fine. Anything also fine. Here we can give it the I'm giving to the opportunity object. This is the array type. So I'm taking the array symbol. Why? Because means we have to get it by the more than one record, list of the records. If you get the only one record, no need to give it by the array symbol. If you want to give it by the more than one record, you are list type, we can give it to the array symbol. Now here message also be the disappear. So this is the important point. Interviewer also asking the question how we are going to pass the list of the records from the flows to LWC component. And one more question is the how to call the LWC component into the flows. Two questions here. First question is the how to call the LWC component in the flows. We have to give it by the lightning screen flow. Then only we have to able to call the our LWC component into the screen flow. And next step is the we are calling. We have to pass it to the data from the flows to LWC component. We have to define by the property. If it is the list type or S object type, we have to give it by this line. If you don't have the list type, that is our S object type, directly you have to give it by string or number or integer. Directly you have to give it by the here data type. Okay. So let's save this. We have to deploy this one. So it is successfully deployed. Let's come to the our page. We have to refresh by this one. Why? Because means we need to access the newly created component page to the here. So let's take by the another screen here. After fetching the opportunities, we have to come to here, right? So here we have to take it by the screen here. Now here, usually we have the input display, right? When you are writing the screen flow here, this will be the enabled. Custom will be the enabled. Now here we have to display by the account with opportunity display now. So here, this is we have to call it to the here. We can able to call the LWC component into the flows. This is the LWC component. We are calling the flows, right? When we are able to call it, we are giving the screen flow, lightning screen flow. Okay. And next is the here you have to observe the properties. API name is our wish. We can give it to the here. So opportunity list select object name. This is the one of the property na label. So here you have to observe. This is we are what we are giving here na. This is the select object name. You can give it by the anything here. This will be the appear to the here label. So here we have to select by the object is the opportunity records, right? We are passing. So opportunity record. And next is the here. Sorry. Opportunity records. Next is the here. This is now we are giving the name. Or if you give it by the label here, so if you are not giving the label, directly it is up here. If you give it by the label here, label, so here, opportunity or records, you have just to take it by the records. So save and deploy. So here, I'm refreshing by the page this one. Again, here appear by the, instead of the opportunity records, just it is showing by the records. So if you're not given by the label, it is automatically picked by the this value. If you are giving the label, this label will be the appear. So let's come to the here screen flow. So here we have the account with this one. This is the OPP list. Object name is the opportunity. Now you have to observe records. Earlier it is appear by the OPP records. Now we are not giving the label earlier. That's why it is this taking by this one. When you are giving this, this will be the appear. Okay. So here which records we want to display. So here we have the we have to get it right records. So this is right. Get of the opportunities. So this is the all the opportunities we are passing. All the records we are passing to the here. Okay. So now here we have to take it to the. So here we have to take it to the opportunity records passing to the our variable. So this records will come to the first here. This is the data. This is the variable name. In this variable we have declared the here now. So we have to display to the here. So let's save this. I think we are not given the screen flow name. So let's take to the here. We have to take it by the. So here we have to the opportunity records screen. So done. So save, activate. Let's come to the here our screen. This is our screen, right? We have the refresh by the screen. So let's take to the here opportunity. Click on next. See here that particular account related opportunities is the populated. So let's go to the back again. We have to take it by the any other account. So previous records only populated, right? Here we have to do the one condition. So once back to now. So here screen flow. So we have to the configure headers. These. So input values. So no. So in advanced, we have to select by the refresh the values. When we click out the back now, if you selected by this, it is automatically refreshed by the values. We have to select by this option under the advanced section. So click on done, click on save, click on activate. Now let's page refresh to the here. So click on next. Data will be the edge related account. And next come to the here. This is Genie point. See here that related record. When you are enabled to this checkbox, na, then only automatically refresh by the data. That must be the enabled. Okay. So like this, we have the implemented to the data. For example, in case we don't have the any one of the account, don't have the any opportunities. So these are all the displayed. For example, if you are selecting to the any one of the account, we can see account. I'm just creating the one account now. So a big account. So I'm giving to the here active is the true. Active field. Yeah. So we have to give it by the yes. So click on save. Now this account not associated the any opportunities. This account not associated the any opportunities. Let's come to the here in our component page. Click on to the here. So here Abhigya account. Click on next. See here user can't understand right why it is not display the data. So when we don't have the data, we have to display by the one proper message. So here template if false OPP records. So here there is no opportunities associated this account. We are giving the some message or info. There is no opportunities to this particular um, account. Just we have to give it by the info. We have to apply by some color code. So div tag style. So color. We have to display by the usual information color is the gray color, right? So gray. So let's deploy this one. And font weight also, if you want to give it by the font weight or directly here also we can take it by the bold B. So let's save and deploy. So let's refresh by the page. So select to the account. See here, there is no opportunities associated this account. So user can able to understand, right? There is no opportunities are associated with this account. If you go to the here, we have to display something like this. So we can select the edge communication here, populate with the edge communication related records. If we back to the here again, Zini point, see here. Again, back to the here, we have to select by the Abhigya account. Okay. So I hope how we are implemented by the this use case. So our use case is the user can able to select the active accounts only based on that. We have to display the that as account associated opportunity records. So in this whole scenario use case, we learned the couple of items. So in this, so here how to call the flows into the screen flow. Sorry, flows we can call into the LWC component. how to get the opportunities, and next scenario is the how to pass the data from the LWC component, sorry, flows to LWC component, how we are going to pass the data flows to the LWC component. And one more thing also, we learned the how to call the LWC components into the flows. Vice versa, we have seen flows calling into the LWC, LWC calling into the flows. Both we have discussed in this use case. I hope it's clear and it will helpful to you also. I think so. Okay. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for the more real-time scenarios. Thank you.